Alright, good morning, y'all. Hope y'all enjoying y'all day. Back with another live trading session. Sorry for the inconsistencies. Um, I'm just trying to put these videos out. Some days I forget, I'm busy, I trade, I go right to the gym, or I go on about my day. I don't think about uploading. It's not fully part of my routine. Maybe it will be in the nearby future, but my first couple of videos I did say, I'm just like dip my toes into the water, if you want to say, just kind of getting a feel for it. But it's just something at the end of the day that I just do for fun. Um, so with that being said, we're just gonna get right into it. Coming into today, it is a Monday, obviously. It is April 27th. It is 9:04 right now. We're at all-time highs, still, and still we're not really seeing any signs of bearishness. We put in this big weekly gap. Gonna mark this out. Obviously, here was our previous all-time highs, which we surpassed by a good bit. Same thing on ES. Dropping it down to the daily. Don't really have too much. We have this daily low that we put in here, here. We'll just keep that marked out. We're not gonna get there today, um, but we're just gonna keep it marked. It is also right at the start of that weekly gap, so eventually it will be a nice draw. So we've kind of been just playing inside of this range since Friday, the 17th. So it's been about 10 days. We just kind of been playing inside this range, really not doing anything. Just been distributing from buy side to sell side. Whoop. Um, Obviously ES looks a lot different than NQ. ES has been very choppy, but NQ just has been on a slow grind to the upside. We're just trying to see, where we are, what we could potentially do, what makes sense. So in the 4 hour here, we don't have any gaps that we have opened. On a 1 hour though, it's probably going to be a lot of information. So we have sell side here that we just took inside of this 1 hour. We have sell side here right below us. We have this imbalance here that 1 hour that we rebalanced into, held, got sent lower. We just got below this little series of up closing candles here. We'll see if that wants to hold us. We also did just take sell side, so we'll kind of just see what we want to do here. Obviously, with how bullish we've been, um, longs are obviously like, I'm not gonna sit here and say prioritized, but they should be like always on, my mind. Is that longs, unless a short opportunity is presented. So dropping onto the 1 hour on ES, putting the SMT. So the slow here is not yet gotten taken. Kind of already rebalanced. We used this 1 hour gap already. This low is a lot more achievable on NQ than it is on ES. ES is kind of through the gap at the bottom of it. So I want to see what we do here. So put this high in, we run lower. We don't fully get through this 1 hour gap here. We get through this first one. We don't fully get through this second one. Then run back higher. We rebalance into this BPR here. We have this bullish imbalance, bearish imbalance. So we have a BPR resting here that we run back into. Put in we generate inside, and then we see legs lower, getting below this series of up closing candles. Now either we're gonna hold here um and continue lower, or we're gonna react off of this sell side here, get back up higher, possibly manipulate here, all-time highs, and then maybe seek lower. Um, but longs are, like I said, always going to be in the picture when we're at all-time highs. So I want to see, we have this 30-minute gap here, right? Which, for me to take a stab off of this, would have to be pretty internal, right? And then I'd have to be break even quickly, like at this high or something right here. Because then at that high, we're going to be inside that 30-minute gap, and then we can easily get, sell back off from it. So if I were to take a stab, it would, like, hypothetically, let's just say, oh, it was just inverse here. It's 3-minute inverse. Stop, go at the low, and then I'm break even at this high, targeting buy side. So we have an SMT. There's no change here. That's why I want to take that. If there was a change here, this would be a clean pre-market model. Internal manipulation. You took this low, right? Like we could definitely start running off of this here, like definitely. But um, we don't have a change, and I personally need a change. So there's no change on the 3, no change really clear on change on the 2. Could take it here, but by that time we're already gonna be at the high. I'll have no choice. Um, but yeah, it's pretty clean. Just want to see what we do though. So here on the 15-minute, we put this high in. I want to be aware of what we generate inside of this gap as well. So we have generated up here inside this 1 hour, and now we have this 15-minute here that we generated inside of. To go lower, if that's what we want to do, we do want to go lower. We don't necessarily have to come all the way back up here just to manipulate then just to go lower. We can, but the market doesn't have to. We can easily just take, what's closest to us, what makes sense here, and then seek lower. If that's what we want to do. But if we want to go higher, it's going to be a different story. So we're just going to pay attention here. Also on the 1 hour here, I just noticed we have this inverse. So inverse here as well on the 1 hour. So we're looking nice. Shorts could definitely play out today and be nice, but I just want to be patient and see what we're given here. So I'm gonna pause this recording and resume it. So I'll be right back. It'll resume right now. All right, y'all, we back. Not really too much happened here. Still just kind of playing inside of this little range. Um, SMT is still here, still in place. I can definitely expect us to get higher from here. Um, but I'm just not sure how much higher. I really do see us rebalancing today. Could be the start of a nice little rebalance. Just based off of what we got up here. And what we've been getting, right? Especially after, getting lower, rebalancing into this gap, BPR holding, and then seeing legs lower, getting through the small 1 hour gap here, and really getting below this change right here. Um, is pretty big. Well, I'm not gonna say it's not a change in the state, but it's just a series of up closing candles that we got below. Open up a nice gap in here. Can want to see if this holds here, and then potentially could see lower from there. We got market opening here in 6 minutes. So with this SMT in here, I want to see if this wants to hold and wants to just get us up into, this gap soup here or soup up here. Um, I think for us to really get higher, I probably want to see this low here inside of this 1 hour or 4 hour gap. Oh no, I'm sorry. Is this the week? Okay, yeah, inside of this big 1 hour gap here. So I get taken in there for us to, get back up higher if that's what we want to do. So it's really just observing, being patient, and just reacting to what I'm being given. Just reacting to what's in front of me. Market opening in a minute here. I'll mark out this internal low. Looks like we got some legs down here. We got about 20 seconds till open. All right, so we open up here. All right, so we go lower here. Internal low gets taken. SMT still there. See what we do here with this. ES really isn't offering anything at the moment. Looks like ES is running a lot higher. Potentially can get up to this high here. Looks like we're going to. As well as fill this 30-minute gap up here. While NQ is nowhere near it. So boom, we just did there. So now we have a nice SMT, bearish SMT. See what we do here. On NQ, do we run this 30-minute to the upside and do we get this change to the upside? Because if we have this SMT and we're bearish, I don't expect us to get this change or even, get through this 30-minute here or 30-second. It all depends what we do. See what we do here. High gets generated inside. Still looking to see what ES wants to do. Want to start turning around here. If we get to this 1 minute, I'll take a short to the downside. If we can get up here, I'll look and see what we do, because buy side here is resting inside of this 1 hour. So we generate this nice high here. So if you want to revisit this, want to be patient. It's a no news Monday. We're at very different spots and locations here. ES is close to buy side, significant buy side. NQ's close to significant sell side. You know, you take one in one direction, the other is going to be right at the opposing draw already. So just want to be patient here, play it slow. Just wait. Literally just wait. We run this. Do we get below here? So that little SMT there gets put in right here. Okay, so we don't get a close there. I here get souped. Let's see what we do here. Still have this 30-second here. Change. If we're gonna go lower, I can see us going lower now. I want to see this 30-second hold. I want to this. We just had soup. I want to see us get through this gap and get this change. If we don't do that, we get higher. We get above this change here. I'm gonna be long. One minute's holding here. See if we get a close here. So we don't. Still just being patient, just waiting. See what we do over here. Looks like ES really wants this high. Still watching here. If we get through this gap, we get this change to the downside, I'll be short. Probably looking to go break even here. Just looking for lower. Okay, so now we tap this gap. What do we do? ES takes this high. Not quite yet. Okay, getting some legs down. Let's see. Okay, so we got the inverse there, which I like. We're throwing a little starter. 100 bucks. Stop just going at the high here. See if we get this change. So we don't. So the only thing I don't like is ES still did not take this high. We put in equal highs. So I want to see this high have get taken. So then, buy side will have gotten taken then, and then we can both seek lower. This inverse completely gets filled. Do we get this change now? Nope, still don't get the change. We're not in with full size yet, so I'm perfectly okay with that. Okay, so here we do. Let's go break even here. This low. And then we're looking for profits down here. Standard deviation. That's all we're looking for. Oh, I didn't take it over here. Let me put this on. $27,311. All right, there we go. So this is clean. So we run higher. We soup this high resting inside this 30-second gap here. After souping, we fail to get above this change here. Right, we then see legs lower, getting this 15-second inverse and this 15-second change in a state to the downside. So I don't like how ES still didn't take these highs. We're probably gonna want to come and revisit them. But this 5 minute gap here on ES. Want to see us get through this gap cleanly on ES. Getting some nice displacement. So that's clean. That's what I want to see. See if we can just continue here. At least get to our break even. So we can be risk free. Is there any gaps? Okay, 30-second. It's pretty clean. Gotta tighten up a little bit to there. Change is still here as well, so I like where I tighten my stop to. Just continue to watch here. Just be patient. Alright, so break even gets hit. Risk is fully off, and the only reason I don't want my stop above here is because it's just an owner's Monday. I'm not here to take any gambles. Just gonna fully just take risk off and just let this go. So it looks like we tapped that 30-second here. See if we can get any legs. Nah, okay, so we just get stopped. Break even on the day. That's gonna be it for me. We definitely can see this go lower here. See this 30-second hold with this change. It's a no news Monday. I just prefer to just take no what's called no loss on the day. Like I said, no news Monday. I don't want to take any chances, any gambles. We'll just come back the rest of the week ready and prepared. So whoa, wow. All right, y'all. Hope y'all enjoyed. I'm out of here. Peace.